macam mana kita nak approach the treatment untuk komedi ni is very important, because kita tak nak buat caricature, kita tak nak buat slapstick, and kita semua kena ada on the same page. The tone of everyone has to at least be macam same wavelength.
Betul.
Every time we bawa comedy, play it truthfully. Play it like it's real. It's not kelakar for the character, but it's very entertaining for everybody else that watches it. If you go in and you choose, I want to be funny, I'm going to play this funny, it macam tak land, you know?
A bit cringy.
It's cringy. It's very cringy. So you really have to really bring it.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Anda kembali bersama saya Sudirman Watak dalam short podcast Confession Bilik Gelap. Dan istimewa pada minggu ini, kita hadirkan lagi tetamu kita. Saya tidak berkesorangan, saya bersama dengan dua tetamu kita yang cukup istimewa untuk pelakon-pelakon drama First Wives yang ditayangkan pada setiap Jumaat di Astro Beyond dan setiap Sabtu di Astro dan juga Citra. Ini dia bersama dengan saya dua pelakon utamanya, Malek Mccrone dan juga Melissa Campbell. Hai, apa khabar?
Hai semua, thank you for having us.
Terima kasih kerana sama-sama dengan kami di Confession Bilik Gelap. Kita gelap hari ini sikit.
Cozy.
Okay, Malek dan juga Melissa kan, antara pelakon dalam siri ini. Boleh perkenalkan mungkin dahulu wataknya Melissa dan juga Malek?
Boleh. Hi guys. So, nama saya Melissa Campbell, dan saya main watak Michelle dalam series First Wives. Michelle is seorang housewife, married to Roshan yang dibawa oleh Charles Roberts. Dia seorang anggota bomba, tapi dia cedera, has an issue with his shoulder. Sebab tu he's depressed, dia tak boleh kerja. They have a child together, tapi diorang tak ada banyak duit. So that's one side. Best friend dia Diana yang dimain oleh Mimi Lana, the very talented Mimi Lana, and her life is opposite daripada Michelle. Dia kahwin dengan seorang yang successful, is rich. They also have a child together. Adopted child,
yeah.
So both these best friends grew up together, and we enter into their lives, and what happens is kedua-dua husband diorang betray them in different ways. So they gabung together sebagai best friends to ambil tindakan, maybe revenge, to get back their lives and to selamat keluarga diorang sendiri. And through that, banyak crazy things happen.
Kita jangan cerita lebih-lebih bagi penonton kita tengok cerita ni kan. Malek pula wataknya mungkin sedikit.
Saya memegang watak Azim dalam First Wives. So saya husband kepada Diana. Dimainkan oleh Mimi Lana, one of best friends, the other wife. So Azim ni kalau ringkas, kalau you letak dalam bracket lelaki semua sama, Azim ni falls exactly in the spot. Dia adalah seorang yang, kalau dia cakapkan, anak orang kaya yang spoiled, yang bila dia nak buat sesuatu decision tu dia tak fikir panjang sangat, dia just buat without knowing the consequences, and apa-apa yang looks good in his eyes and feels good for him, and not thinking of other people punya feelings. Kan? Very selfish, you know. Very very selfish. But that's Azim. Dia buat je. Kalau benda yang jadi tu macam ya ke? That's Azim. For like just brief.
Mel, mungkin bila I call you Mel kan?
Boleh. Yes.
Mel, bila you dapat offer untuk dalam cerita First Wife ni kan, mungkin satu benda yang you melihat dari segi karya ini apa? Sampai you nak terima, nak berlakon dalam cerita ni. Apa dia?
Okay, first, Mel tak pernah main watak seperti Michelle.
Okay.
So, lately, I think all the characters yang saya main either membawa status yang tinggi, macam dia put together, dia very glam, characters yang glam, walaupun dalam comedy or drama. So this character dia tak glam, dia messy, dia serabut, dia macam, she's not put together tapi she's trying her best, and dia sangat real and it's relatable. And there's so many components of Michelle yang I relate to. And when I baca cerita ni, I thought first of all it's fresh, it's dynamic. Karakter dalam cerita ni semua ada nuance. It's not like watak ni semua good. No one is perfect. All of them ada edge sikit, something macam a little bit off. But I think that's real and that is relevant. And I think Michelle's very relatable. I think there is someone out there who's going to watch Michelle and nampak herself or himself and is like, okay, I've been seen. So that's what betul drawed me to this story. And also cerita ni is not preachy. Even though you say, oh, it's women, they think, okay, mungkin this is women empowerment, but it's not. It's just about two women having to do what they have to do to get past their challenges. And I love that. I thought you suka cerita yang macam preachy, want to tell the story, pushing the value on you, you know?
So ada reference untuk watak Mel yang sebelum you bila you dah terima watak ni kan karya ni, so ada reference you sendiri ataupun memang you buat sendiri sahaja?
Actually, saya ambil banyak reference from my own personal life.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of times. I've banyak lines dalam cerita ni. I'm like, oh, I've said this before. I've said this, but maybe bukan dalam situation or the circumstances that are same. But a lot of stuff memang I pulled from myself. So I think that's why it's also personal for me. When I also dapat cerita ni, I thought, I really not audition for this. So I pun macam, please give me the chance to audition. I wanted it so bad. And when I was lucky enough to be offered the role ni, Mel dapat tahu, it's like, you're pregnant with my first baby. And I thought, oh my gosh, as a producer, I can accept or not. Can or not. So I went to the producer, I was nervous. I kata, Gaya, I'm pregnant. And thankfully dia kata, it's okay Mel, we're going to write it dalam cerita ni.
Okay.
So having that element, I felt like only added to the way I carried the role. Sebab I memang ada an extra emotion or hormone or a perspective and I was able to bring into it without macam method kan in some way. So I was just thankful for macam the timing of all this. I really believe that sometimes ada certain watak yang datang kepada you yang is very true to the point in your life, I think, because sebagai artist or sebagai an actor, I think you cannot lari so much from yourself. Right. In the end of the day, kalau you nak bawa performance yang jujur or authentic kan, you should be bringing yourself to this character in some way.
The personal experience gives a nice touch to bring out that act. You know, it looks so authentic.
Correct. And I think audiences sudah bijak. They can see kan. I think now kita ada banyak revenue with Netflix, you have all access. So the audience is smart. They can see. They can tengok performance and they'll say like, this performance I feel is authentic, right? Or it's real. And I think like Malek also brought something yang sangat refreshing to this character. Even though dia main sebagai like the antagonist, and it's macho and all that, but he really brought like a twist to it. His performance, so funny.
Saya pun selalu main antagonist yang bapa ayam, gangster, mesti gangster ataupun, but I think because the look and it falls in there. So bila main antagonist yang macam, you know how everyone
dah buat,
bukan everyone dah buat. Okay, husband, lelaki yang main kayu tiga, kita takkan nak portray diri kita sebagai orang jahat. Kita mesti nak portray diri orang baik. It's no, we're playing it's double face, double sided, you know. So not to show people that, you know, baik, and then but layering down there, then you see the true colours when the episodes get higher. So just it's very different, very refreshing for me to bring something different. You know, macam ciri-ciri lelaki yang semua sama tu memang ada kat situ.
Tapi susah tak Malek nak bawa karakter tu?
Sebab personal experience like kahwin, all this stuff I tak ada.
Yelah, jadi ada dari tak macam Mel kan.
Jadi I tengok, tapi sebabkan director kita Bemri banyak gila menolong, and chemistry and just the gel with other cast tu just nice. So boleh act it out professionally without rasa macam awkward ke kekok ke, rasa macam benda aku buat ni betul ke. But it just feels like, I think with acting as well, if it feels good and it feels like not awkward, then it's just gonna show good on screen. So that's what I feel like.
Difahamkan dah 2 episod dah ditayangkan kan. During kita punya interview ni dah 2 episod ditayangkan. So feedback daripada penonton macam mana Mel untuk Watak you dan juga Malek?
Well, actually I'm so excited sebab semalam I dapat tahu dari our showrunner that our show, his debut, paling banyak viewing, the ratings dia is the best daripada semua AO series. So far.
Exactly.
So
happy on that.
It makes us so happy. That means like, okay, apa yang kita buat and apa yang our showrunner Cat created is resonating. At the end of the day, kita buat ni untuk entertain kan?
Betul.
And I'm like, okay, people are entertained. Because actually quite nervous juga bila kita buat ni, kita pun sembang sama-sama, kita siapa audience kita, apa demographic untuk ni. Even our director pun macam I pun tak tahu. Only when I saw the premiere, bila I tengok premiere, I was like, okay, I faham.
Young fresh crowd, no?
Young fresh crowd. Yes, I think this is modern and this is speaking to bukan saja the millennials, but I also think the Gen Z as well as the generation that's older.
2000 that is like dilahir 2000 above, it resonates with them. And you can see like a following of 2000 above people are really following this, you know. And also we've been waiting for a year, so the anticipation is like
walaupun mungkin message yang nak disampaikan itu agak berat pada kalian sendiri.
Yes, message. Actually, I think I thought not say like there is a message. And even when we were doing this process, it wasn't macam kita kata, kita satu message, kita satu value when we want to do bukan. You know, it's not. At the heart of this is friendship. It's about really, it's about friendship and two women getting through it. Yes, but we're gonna leave it. I think I nak bagi kepada audience at the end of the day to see what you're gonna get from this. It's not on me. I think it's not on me sebagai artist to say this is the message yang I nak sampaikan.
It's how everyone's going to interpret it based on how they feel and what values they have.
I think that's the best stories.
Mereka menonton, mereka akan dinilaikan sendiri.
Betul.
Mel, terjun dalam dunia lakonan, terutama dalam industri hiburan tempatan, pasaran Melayu. So far macam mana Mel?
Pasaran Melayu?
Means yelah you masuk dalam pasaran Melayu kan?
Yes. Well, actually Mel mula dalam pasaran Melayu, bukan, I mula dalam commercial. Lepas tu bila Mel umur 8, saya buat Anna and the King. So that was my first taste saya buat untuk the Hollywood production. And I dah tahu sejak itu, I was like, I want to be an actor. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I memang tak ada plan B. So I dalam industri I lakon, I buat drama. Lepas SPM I pergi belajar berlakon kat US. And then I balik ke KL in 2017. Mel tak boleh cakap Cina, so no, I'm lost case kalau I nak buat Chinese. And so I just feel like memang I've always kind of been in the Malay industry, but this is the first time Mel has got the opportunity to play like the heroine role. And in terms of reception, I tak tahu any different, to be honest with you. And I don't macam tengok it that way. Kalau I buat English untuk Singapore market ke, atau I buat international, for me it's the same. It's macam the same. Does that make sense? Like,
so far okay sepanjang pembabitan you dalam industri ini, Mel?
Yes. I think so far it's been positive. I mean positive. Memang Mel nervous sebab I nak perbaiki slang saya. Selalu nak perbaiki slang saya. Mungkin nervous sikit bila saya buat interview atau media sebab I takut tersalah cakap atau cakap tak cantik, you know, because my brain fikir mungkin lebih pantas dalam English kan. And then you just tak nak macam sounding
salah cakap ke salah
pemahaman lain.
Betul.
Macam Malek, awak dari kalau saya tak silap, Malek bermula dengan modeling kan Malek? Kan? And then you terjun dalam bidang lakonan
2020.
So Masih dua-dua berjalan ataupun you memilih satu yang
sekarang
mana?
Sekarang ni masih dua-dua berjalan until betul-betul acting dah macam established, consistent. Tapi masa pertukaran tu sangat berbeza. Sebab modelling we are always taught to compose, control when camera. Tapi acting is like let go, let loose. I susah betul nak really let loose and stop thinking like control and compose. And then macam Mel cakap, my slang kuat. And TV station nak hilangkan itu.
Nak kena Melayu betul-betul.
Nak Melayu betul-betul Melayu.
But I rasa you ada lebih pressure kan, because you're mixed, half Malay and half Canadian. I will say sebab Mel half Chinese dengan half white, they are lebih forgiving.
Betul.
That is true kan. So I feel you have more pressure.
More pressure, ya. Kalau keluar slang tu tengok review, hilangkan slang tu. So, okay. Yeah, so I go back to baca novel Melayu, baca just nak untuk dapat peribahasa, vocabulary tu. And then sekarang okay. Alhamdulillah, sekarang okay. Dah lama I pun start berfikir dalam Melayu. So senang jadinya. Kalau tak before, satu patah perkataan pun duduk tepi tu mengaji seseorang. Just nak ingat.
In terms of acting, rasanya Mel tak ada masalah sebab you belajar di luar negara kan Mel, dan bila you balik pun you boleh carry semua. Cuma mungkin in terms of dari segi language saja, kalau Melayu, drama Melayu of course kena banyakkan bercakap dalam bahasa Melayu kan.
But I rasa it's okay.
Tapi you tak ada masalah untuk speak Malay fluent kan?
Fluent, yes, I memang faham lah. It's just saya punya issue sendiri, macam like confidence sendiri masa buat interview lah. But I rasa bila saya ambil karakter itu still okay. But again, look, I can always get better. But I memang suka ambil karakter yang I boleh every
explore.
role yang saya buat, I try to be different. Try to take it different. Speech pattern ke, slang or everything a little bit. So I find it very fun, really challenging. And hopefully I'm going to keep practicing. Hopefully get better.
Dan macam Bel kata tadi, First Wife adalah drama pertama you yang menjadi lead kan?
Like proper lead,
Dan bila saya rasa pastinya lepas drama ini orang dah memandang dah, oh dia ni bagus.
I mean, that would be so lovely if korang enjoy the acting. That would be really nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that would be fun.
Macam Malik ada ambil mana-mana kelas lakonan. Macam Mel dia belajar kan. Macam
saya
Malik,
macam kadang-kadang Finas ada course minggu 2 minggu, certificate sijil lah, saya akan go for that. Ataupun kalau macam ada one day class 12 jam dengan Ibu Fazanawi ke, ataupun acting coach. Selalunya kalau ada one day, 1 week, 2 weeks ni I akan ambil tu just untuk, because saya tak ada banyak experience ataupun proper education, so I feel like experience is experience, but at least kalau you tahu a bit of theory, you can gel it just nice. Ataupun the method yang orang-orang lama tahu, experience. Sebab bila I pergi, I dengar, I macam wow, it's new information yang you can arm yourself when you get into a challenging role or set, and you can like keluarkan all this ammo you have. Toolbox
macam your toolbox kan.
Okay, cikgu pernah ajar ni, so cuba dapat. I feel it's very important. Knowledge is endless, and I feel like in acting it's always something new to learn, all the time.
Dan ini memang inisiatif daripada Malik sendiri.
So modelling was getting a bit stagnant.
Yes.
And itu I dah buat lama. And I tengok kalau nak stay in this industry and still be relevant, macam mana? Still get work, you know. So you have, like kalau restaurant is doing bad, you rebrand the restaurant. So this is just rebranding yourself in a different kind of field. So start slowly, but with everything you have to put in the years until you get where you get.
Macam Mel, even though you belajar kat overseas, tapi ada juga mungkin mengikuti mana-mana kelas daripada tenaga pengajar kita di sini, pelakon-pelakon hebat kita yang lain.
I would love to. I'm always someone that's like, kalau ada opportunity pergi workshop and pergi ke kelas. When we did First Wives, our director Abang Imri is also a teacher.
Okay.
Dia juga professor. Dia teaches acting as well. So that's why it's very important dia buat rehearsals. Kita buat rehearsal macam kita balik kepada kelas lakonan. I think it's very important no matter where you are. Kalau if you've made it or if you're still starting, I think going in and having a refresher and having a course,
so good.
Dalam First Wife, mungkin cabaran terbesar kalian apa untuk Mel?
Wow. Well, okay, one cabaran I think is macam mana kita nak approach the treatment untuk komedi ni is very important because kita tak nak buat a caricature, kita tak nak buat slapstick, and kita semua kena ada on the same page. The tone of everyone has to at least be macam same wavelength.
Betul.
And so the way that Imri approached this, there's a phrase kita kata, there's truth in comedy, and that's a real technique. Every time we bawa comedy, play it truthfully, play it like it's real. It's tak kelakar for the character, but it's very entertaining for everybody else that watches it. If you go in and you choose, I want to be funny, I'm gonna play this funny, it macam tak land, you know.
A bit cringy.
It's cringy. It's very cringy. So you really have to really bring it macam you're committed to it, and jangan try to play funny.
Nanti tak menjadi.
Kan? Yes. Yes. So I think that was quite challenging along the way. Thankfully, we had like our director would come in and macam, okay, I think this one jangan main the comedy. Okay, jangan lebih sangat, jangan main the comedy. So I can bring us back onto course. I think that was the biggest.
Yeah.
Malek?
You asked me the same exactly what Mel just said. Exactly. That was the hardest part, not to play like you're making a fool of yourself.
Betul.
But like truthfully, and then bila kita tengok balik the episode, I said, wow, the situation makes it funny with everything. Benda-benda tengah jadi ni. Itu dia.
And the cabaran also is like, you're going to trust your director.
Yes.
You have to also trust, even though sometimes we have our improv, we want to take it there. At a certain time, we do have to kind of trust the showrunner, trust the director. You know, there's a point you boleh sembang, you can say, I want this, but you also have to be like, at a certain point, you're going to say.
Betul, sebab dia pengarah.
Correct.
Dia tahu.
You also can have to be like, okay.
This is how it is, let's do it how it is, you know.
Tapi itulah, tak semua orang, bila kita cakap pasal komedi kan, orang kata orang kata contoh nak menangis ke apa ke, mungkin orang kata susah, tapi sebenarnya komedi itu lagi susah. Susah.
You have to read the timing. The timing has to be good. You pun tak boleh selfish. You kena give and take. You kena, but your partner bagi you something, you kena cakap yes and. Betul. You're like okay, and then go with it kan.
You tak boleh lebih, dia tak boleh kurang.
Yes,
you kena sama.
You kena sama. Or not, you're gonna be like pun main scene yang lain. You really have to listen. Lepas tu the other challenge, our camera work. We had Abang Labu, and dia selalu shoot dengan gimbal kan. And Abang Lambu himself is, dia fierce sangat. Mel banyak kena marah. Banyak kena marah. But it's okay, because I learned a lot. Even though I've learned a lot. Dia score me banyak. Sebab Mel, I'm the jenis yang my problem is, my flaw is I selalu cepat. Sometimes I deliver lines, I pun terlalu cepat. I cakap terlalu cepat. So sometimes I can, and pun this scene is like high stakes sangat. Everything will go from
high
here.
Energy,
So I go. Abang Labu. See my face. Michelle, I'm like,
the action night in the kitchen.
But it's okay. I pernah kerja dengan Labu at Badu. So dia banyak marah.
But it's so good. Kita belajar banyak gila dari Abang Labu. Just to know that camera coming in, camera going out. First time, for me, it's first time ever shooting like that. Always moving, everything. There's nothing is
different daripada set lain mungkin kan.
So dia behind camera kan, dia dengan gimbal dia macam a gamer seat, you know. Gamer seat. Dia control macam ni. You have the camera guys holding it and he's moving kan. So biasa he's behind. But then the time comes, Abang Lambu is coming. Dia akan masuk set. I'm like, okay, boss is here. Okay, who's he gonna scold? Biasanya it's me lah. Biasanya it's me. He's like, tunggu kamera. I'm like, sorry.
Untuk Malek, ada tak mungkin satu scene itu you kena take banyak kali?
Ada juga.
Scene yang mana tu? Penonton tak sabar nak tengok nanti ni.
banyak kali for all the angles adalah satu scene yang ada dia is running on trailer yang saya kena pisau dekat sini. Itu banyak juga. Dan ada satu masa first day shoot, I think sebab first day on set, so I pun nervous. I tengok like, man, this is the real deal. Like everyone is like proper. And then I tengok Abang Labu macam in the chair, macam Jimmy Neutron, you know, like lepas tu dia punya minions like lari dengan dia punya camera. I tengok, wow, this is serious, man. So me becoming like that, becoming nervous. So that first few scenes, I need to retake a few times.
Which scene was your first?
Roshan took the van and ran away. You remember the R&R?
Yes.
Yeah, the first scene. But after that, then you got the momentum.
I wouldn't know. You poker face. Cun poker face dia.
Itu kalau kita bercerita mengenai First Wife, bagaimana pengalaman kalian di dalam set itu sendiri kan. Tapi saya nak mungkin daripada perspektif Malek sendiri, bila you dah terjun dalam bidang lakonan, daripada seorang modeling masuk dalam bidang lakonan sebagai pelakon, selama sepanjang tempoh hampir 4 tahun, kan Malek, bagaimana you melihat perkembangan kerjaya you sebagai pelakon, Malek?
Saya nampak perkembangannya kerana bila start dia, I would say kayu lagi lembut dah. Serius lah ya. Banyak, so much things I need to unlearn and relearn balik and just like relax. Jangan terlalu anxious all the time because I have this perfectionist attitude where modelling everything is like perfect, nice. So it's like, bila perfect baru party. Where acting is opposite.
You tak boleh be perfect.
So I need to hilangkan anxiousness tu. But now bila tengok balik ke job-job yang dah buat, and then there's, as long as there's improvement dalam segi lakonan, dalam segi lontaran dialog, I am happy.
Setiap kali habis projek, you tengok drama lakonan dia?
Tengok. I nak tengok mana I boleh get better, where I should look, how I should, my hands. Sebab I ada masalah dengan my hands. Masa awal-awal lah. I was like, what should I do with my hands?
Rate paling rendah untuk lakonan you sendiri berapa you bagi, Malek? Sepanjang you berlakon ni.
Macam mana?
Rate paling rendah lah untuk you punya acting setakat ini. You boleh bagi untuk personal punya rating untuk drama lakonan you. Berapa you boleh bagi? Daripada awal sampai sekarang. You tengok, you kata you ada progress kan?
So I would give it like just I would say dalam just 1 year ago baru I dapat klik faham. Sebelum tu
apa itu lakonan,
apa itu merasa, boleh ikut dialog, apa itu tengok je ayat boleh ambil dia punya pointer. Kalau tak sebelum ni kena cakap bulat-bulat hafal. Dan sekarang baru tak takut nak cakap dengan suara you sendiri. Selalu takut gila nak lari daripada skrip sebab macam takut kena marah ni nanti. Tapi now dah lagi relax lah.
Kan macam Mel you dah ada experience kan, you belajar dan sebagainya, tapi bekerja dalam kalangan orang kata kelompok-kelompok baru Mel sendiri. Pada you macam mana setakat ini?
Kelompok-kelompok baru, tapi that's paling best. That's what I love the most actually about industry ni. You don't know, every project is different. Setiap crew dengan chemistry, dengan vibe different. The team is different, so kita tak boleh control anything. The only thing yang I boleh control is performance I sendiri. So that's something yang I think a lot of actors kena belajar. You have to let go of that aspect. You know, you can't. Nothing's gonna be, nothing's gonna be macam perfect kan. There's not gonna be the perfect. There's always memang gonna have maybe issue, or you memang maybe tak ada chemistry with your sparring partner. Mungkin cerita dia pun tak best, you know. But I think you're just gonna see it as, okay, I kena ambil opportunity ni, because what we do, we're so lucky to do what we can, and memang every opportunity, seize it. You have to give 110%, even if it's small. It doesn't matter how big it is, but at least you can leave the set being like, okay, I feel at least a little bit okay dengan my performance, but everything after that, you have to really let go. You can't let go.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Tak boleh like tengok like, oh lemah, I should have do better. Nanti just gonna eat you up, man.
Kan?
And then you can't, because that will affect you.
Yeah.
Kalau you masuk set and you're thinking, okay, this is not the vibe and I was wanted, that is semua tu akan affect you.
Yeah.
Tapi macam you guys sebagai pelakon kan, of course boleh dapat rasa vibes itu kan, macam masuk lokasi alamak
okay. Of course. Yeah.
Just gotta be
But
professional.
you tak boleh bawa tu lah. Maybe you leave the set then you can privately, tapi you cannot. Yeah.
Macam Mel, apa mungkin pendekatan you setiap kali nak masuk set, Mel? Apa yang you, okay, of course setiap karakter itu pembinaan wataknya berbeza kan. So macam Mel persediaannya macam mana? Apa you yang akan buat?
First thing, I mean, it's boring lah, tapi Mel always akan kembali kepada script. For me, is ambil the script and I can break down. Saya punya macam proses sendiri. From I get the script, first things I akan tulis, I will write down everything yang jadi kepada karakter I.
Okay.
Yeah, I will on the front page tulis the synopsis of watak I. Because actually tak penting untuk I untuk tahu apa yang karakter semua buat. I will read, but it's not important. Tapi I kena tahu where and when and what character I buat, kemana dia pergi, where she is coming from. So I will have all that broken down. So because on set I very quick can, okay, I'm here, I can refer back to this scene. Lepas tu saya akan tulis all the things yang watak lain cakap pasal watak I. Because itu akan enforce the building of the character.
Okay.
Dia punya identity, dia punya character. Apa watak ni cakap pasal diri dia sendiri. So that's one of the first things that saya akan buat. And then lepas tu tab organize all that. Then lepas tu conversation dengan director, conversation dengan the producer, very important. At least I can faham the tone of the show. And then you have rehearsal. Lepas tu the wardrobe, very, very important. Very important. The feel of the character. And then also depends every character, but one way I suka enter watak is I suka working on the movement of the watak. Macam mana dia jalan, macam mana dia duduk, dia punya posture. That is one way yang saya akan start the process. And then after that, lepas tu is really everything yang saya akan ambil from there, from everybody, the energy. Even when I masuk set, is still process of that character until action. Because then you masuk location, baru saja you can nampak, oh ni bilik dia, ni macam mana she lives. So all those things I can use to feed me or bagi saya ideas.
Dan inilah sebenarnya behind the scene yang penonton tak nampak kan. Orang mungkin penonton hanya nama ala senang, pelakon senang je, dia masuk set dia berlakon. Tapi sebenarnya kerja kerasnya, kena rajin sebenarnya kan, Mel kan?
Mungkin memang ada artis and pelakon I think macam tu, dia boleh masuk boom lah macam tu boleh, tapi I bukan macam tu. I kena
kerja lebih sikit.
I suka to prepare everything.
Homework
Lepas tu bila saya masuk set, saya boleh lepaskan semua and I'm free. I'm that type. Once I dah tahu the landscape, I dah tengok the landscape, then I boleh main. Then I boleh, okay, boom, let's go, improv. But I know, I faham this person. Kalau tak, you macam tak confident in your choices. And then you pun akan nampak, this character yang dia bawa macam tak full. Not fully realized, I feel sometimes. That's why I feel the audience is very smart.
So kalau kat lokasi orang tak boleh kacau you lah.
No. I'm like kacau me. I'm like kacau me all the while. I'm like even better kalau kita cakap, because then I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel free with me. Yeah, and that's just as simple as macam hi, hello, how are you?
Lama-lama the ice breaks kan. Nanti bila masuk set pun you bersembang macam bersembang kawan dah lama dah. Tak ada rasa that boleh tak cakap ni, boleh tak cakap tu. Dah macam member lah, chill lah
kan. Malik, bila drama ni tayang dengan karakter yang you penonton dah tengok, ada tak mungkin you dapat komen-komen yang macam suami idaman, something like that, ataupun orang tak nak suami macam dia?
Yang tu adalah ini kita ada buat.
Lelaki semua sama
and
kan.
Then I perasan because Mimi ada buat watak yang bersondol before this. So dia orang banyak persamaan. Ni kan the watak nama sebelah padan muka dah kena, because dia yang kenakan yang before this. So dia orang ada banyak persamaan that itulah kau siapa suruh kan suami kau dah kenakan kau. So I've just been reading the comments, it's funny.
Dalam banyak-banyak scene lah, favourite korang dalam cerita ini apa, Mel?
Wow. Wow, my favorite scene. Okay, I'm gonna ingat balik. There's so many. 1 year ago, what was one of my favorite scenes? There's two scenes that I love. One was the scene where the van scenes were very funny. The van scenes were very funny with you. I tak nak bagi spoiler.
No.
I tak nak bagi spoiler. That one is so funny. The physical comedy with the runaway van. The runaway van was so much fun to shoot. And then one other scene was Mel dengan Watak Roshan, Michelle dengan Roshan and Charles Roberts. Those scenes macam theatre. The blocking, macam theatre. The camera was moving around, and that scene was heavy. Because story ni comedy, but there's moments that are just really sedih that pull at your heartstrings. So there were some very difficult scenes in kita ada with me and Roshan, marital scenes, the fighting scenes that get quite heavy. So that one was challenging. Sebab kita nak bagi. We didn't want to play it macam fake. We didn't want to play it macam a soap drama. And that one I felt was tough. I felt like that was frustrating. I was watching it and I was like, how are we going to get this? And memang me and Charles, I felt at the end of it, we want to like rip each other's like heads off because of what they were going through is tough. And it was hard for me even to cut to look at macam tengok Charles in that moment. Emotionally, that was tough to film because it was very important that kita dapat this scene right.
Macam Malek, your favourite scene?
Scene yang I kena menghadap the boss. I would say the boss. Sebab I dah kantor macam-macam, and ada satu scene yang in the dungeon. I tak ada nak cakap banyak sebab ni semua spoiler. So senang scene yang boss letak pisau kat I dekat trailer tu. Itu saja. Kalau I cakap lebih nanti spoiler.
Yelah.
So itu scene tu best. Sebab itu lama and then a lot going on. That was fun.
5 tahun akan datang. Mel meletakkan kalianlah meletakkan sasaran dalam industri ini. Di mana Mel?
Wow. Well, I would like to manifest what lagi project yang and Malaysian projects too yang akan reach the tahap lebih international. I feel like our industry now is a very good place.
Yeah.
You boleh tengok kan all the film that
Betul.
Tengoklah Blood Brothers. Tengok even I would say even First Wives our series. Is that pushing the boundaries. And you look at apa yang kita boleh execute dengan budget yang tak banyak.
Betul.
You know?
The quality is there.
Yes, and kita churn it out so fast.
Exactly.
So fast. So I'm very excited to see the world, to see apa yang kita boleh buat. And I harap I can hopefully at least be a part of the whole development of Malaysian cinema, Malaysian TV, you know.
Because
I tengok ada banyak actors yang paved the way for me. I look at macam Susan Lancaster.
Yes.
She's somebody yang banyak paved the way for me, you know, as an actress, as I would say a mixed actress as well. Yang pun tengok macam mana, kat mana I fit in this, kan? And they did everything on like minimum crew and everything, and still they fought for our arts here. And now we get to do what we can. So 5 years, very excited to see where the industry goes. Hopefully I can be a part of it, and for the generation yang akan datang. And at the same time, 5 years, I hope better pay into crew. Better pay into crew, and that means bigger budget. But I think everyone's going to see what we can do now, so please come invest.
Exactly.
I actually do want to see that.
Sebab korang berada dalam bidang itu kan. Dan korang anda melihat bagaimana situasinya kan.
If we're on that, honestly, I wish kita ada lebih procedure that protects the crews and the artists. I would like to see some better lives.
Yang
ada experience
membawa beban berat ataupun yang menjalankan semua adalah kru. Kita tengok diorang kerja, I kadang rasa macam they're the first ones there, the last ones to leave. We leave after our scene. They have like 12 hours, 16 hours.
Like 16 hours.
Next day pun sama call time, semua mata bara. So I was like, respect to you guys. Just gotta be appreciated even more, you know.
I think now people are starting to see. They're starting to see it. They're starting to respect the technician side of it.
In terms of payment?
In terms of payment, absolutely. Definitely payment. Because I think it's still behind. I think we're still behind. If you look at what the rest of the world does in terms of the rights untuk crew atau untuk artists kan, I don't think we don't have things macam benefits ke, insurance ke, all this stuff. Make it more sustainable.
20 years are kind of still the same, and nothing is so much developing into. But hopefully that can be something even better.
Kita akan lose semua. All the good technicians, all the good people in the industry, kita akan hilang lah. Tak boleh sustain.
Tapi untuk Mel, untuk Malik, dari bila kita bercakap soal bayaran dan sebagainya, selalu menjadi isu kan dalam ramai. Bukan setakat kru, tapi pelakon, even though pelakon-pelakon senior, veteran sekalipun berdepan dengan situasi yang sama. Tapi untuk pelakon yang ada rupa, yang berbakat, yang masih baru dan boleh pergi lebih jauh macam Malik dan juga Mel, untuk korang sekarang ini masih adakah adil untuk anda, ataupun mungkin kena lebih baik lagi lepas ini?
I think still susah honestly kalau kita nak make a living purely daripada acting. Kita kena buat semua, right? That's why you kena buat ambil KOL jobs, kena buat branding, but it's part and parcel. Itu memang macam tu, itu industry. Every country you're gonna have a different industry nya. But in terms of, we don't get, there's no royalties to that kind of thing.
Kan sometimes people say, handsome, dah dalam ni, tinggi, senangnya. Susah. It was my personal experience, susah. Because orang-orang yang dah handsome, tinggi, dah ada stereotype. Dia ni muka handsome tapi tak semestinya reti berlakon. So I had to it took me some time.
You have to face benda tu.
To face, and it took me just like, you know what, Malek, just put your head down, just do until the work speaks for itself. So at the end of the day, handsome ke tak handsome, opportunity is given. You really need to bekerja keras. You really need to prove people and some people, and you really need just to let the work speak for itself rather than you talk so much. Because
selepas ini mungkin apa watak ataupun genre, mungkin drama, filem yang Mel nak buat, Malik nak buat?
I want to do what Andy Tay does. Man, he is my idol.
Manifest that.
He's my idol. I was like, Andy Tay's 40. He's flipping and flying like nobody's business. At 40 years old, and do you see his fitness? And for me, it's like the two role model. Andy Tay.
You're right.
Yes, that's a
great example of how you can still make it and be successful when you're almost 40. You bukan macam 20 in your life. You don't make it, that's it.
No, he's like, I would say, if actors would want to see a good role model in lifestyle, in work, in working hard, and seeing that hard work really pays off. Andy Tay, straight up. I'm just amazed by his like journey, his age, and everything. You know.
I think for Mel, I don't put a macam target in terms of saya nak buat comedy ke, or this is the kind of character saya nak ambil ke. That's not what I said. I've had the privilege to play a range of different characters, and I've enjoyed doing it. I'm at the stage now, of course I like to do film. I would love to do another film, but honestly, I'll not produce. I would like to produce. I want to produce ataupun saya nak direct, because I now suka world building. So, as an actor, kita tak ada control in terms of our choices. In the end of the day, it's our job to go and deliver the vision. In the end, kita kena dengar arahan from the director and all that. Again, kita tak ada control on that. But I feel like maybe from a producing standpoint, Hopefully I can bring together a team of people.
Yeah.
I can start to build the world. I feel that's very enjoyable. I think that would be a new aspect of it that I want to, of the art that I would like to enter.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's actually what Mel's thinking about now.
Dan mesti you dah ada dah bayangan-bayangan cerita macam mana you nak produce kan Mel kan?
Maybe, yeah, a little bit, yes. Yeah, style. Let's see.
So di minit-minit terakhir ini, so mungkin apa yang Mel dan juga Malek nak kongsikan kepada semua penonton ataupun yang belum menonton First Wife ini, dan apa yang kalian nak sampaikan kepada mereka untuk tengok lagi cerita First Wife ini.
Yes.
Mel dulu.
Okay, correct. Guys, watch First Wives because cerita ni, it's fresh, it's dynamic.
Yeah.
There's new perspective to this scenario. At the heart of it is the story of friendship. Again, it's not preachy. It's fun. It's entertaining. Korang akan gelak. Korang akan cry.
Tersenyum-senyum.
Yes, but I'm very excited to hear the feedback because the end of the day, kita buat ni untuk audience.
Betul.
And kalau suka cerita macam ni or a production like this, let us know. So hopefully we can make more.
Yeah, exactly.
Mana tahu akan ada First Wife 2.
Hopefully. Catalina. So yeah.
Malik?
Yeah, exactly the same. What Mel just said, you know, if you guys into something or want to watch something fresh cast, really nice pace, not draggy, good color, good shots and everything. It's just something, I feel like something like Netflix original level, you know.
Yes.
Watch it. You're gonna be standing on your seat just waiting and looking forward for every Friday when it's coming out. Yeah.
Saya pun tak sama nak tengok walaupun dah pasang 2 episod sebelum tengok lagi, tapi nak tengok bila korang dah cerita kan. Dan kita doakan semoga perjalanan kerjaya Mel dan juga Malek akan jauh lagi ke depan, mencapai impiannya, apa yang diimpikan nak jadi producer satu hari nanti. Dan Malek juga dengan watak-watak idamannya kan, diterima oleh peminat-peminat kita dengan kejayaan drama First Wife ini. Semoga akan banyak lagi karya-karya hebat yang akan dilakonkan oleh anda berdua. Kita doakan semoga terus sukses.
Semoga kita boleh datang balik untuk debrief.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Lepas kamu tengok.
Betul.
Baik. Terima kasih sekali lagi Mel dan juga Malek bersama-sama dengan kita dalam short podcast Confession Bilik Gelap, dan kita jumpa lagi pada minggu depan.